Since you're a singer, vocalist, if you would mind maybe singing or reciting that specific part of that song, for the audience.
Hell yeah, of course.
Hey.
Always ready. Let's take the weight of the world off our shoulders. Forget the lies that everybody told us. All your worries and pains, we can throw them away. We got time to watch the sunset on the beach.
Hey, welcome to the Work of Art Show, and I'm your host, Witty. Tonight, we got a super dope guest, artist, producer. This guy wears a lot of different hats, but yeah, let's get right to it. So tonight, we got Chase Bell from Chase Bell Studio. I had the pleasure to hang out with him and kind of check out his studio while I was in LA. So Chase, why don't you tell them about who you are and what you do and, how'd you get started in music?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. I'm a music producer. I've been in music my whole life. Went to London, went to Italy, and was always diving into pop, rock, hip hop. Yeah, so I'm all over the board when it comes to style of music, because as you go down into music, it all kind of meshes together anyway. And so yeah, I produce artists all the time, and I'm primarily a songwriter and singer. So that's my my go-to is picking up an instrument, picking up the vocal, and just singing.
Did you start off as an artist first, or what came first for you?
What came first? I mean, I started off just diving deep into understanding music, like theory, harmony. It was just, I wanted to be so good first before I really decided on whether I wanted to be. I mean, of course, I was always an instrumentalist. I guess that was love, was instrumentalist. It was just like honing in on different instruments, whether keys or piano or guitar or vocals. And then once I started to write, then the artistry started to, like, I need to be, some songs were for me, some songs were for other people. When they were for me, then I was like, okay, I'm an artist. This is the song I would like to sing. It's the song I'd like to give away.
Right.
Yeah. So it started off as like really trying to understand musicology and everything about music. And then writing. And then as I learned how to be produced by other producers like around the world, then I started to realize like the mistakes they were making and learning from the amazing things they were doing. So I started to be a producer, and then it came pretty easy to start like producing other artists, because I was already in the mind space of producing myself. Like as the artist, like I started to, try to treat them how I want to be treated.
Did your family put you in music or something? Did they kind of say, hey, it's time to take some piano lessons or something like that? Or how did you pick up music to begin with?
Yeah, I mean, my family's all, my mom and dad are both producers from TV and film. My sister's an actress.
Yeah.
On the East Coast, we have all of our families musically inclined, and there was a piano and there's a guitar in my house when I was growing up. And every time we'd go to any like family event, there were tons of different instruments there. So it wasn't a stretch that I would dive into it, but like nobody really dove into it like at the level that I did until, of course, Phineas and Billy on my dad's side of the family like blew up out of nowhere. They're the LA part of the family. So yeah, it's a musically inclined family.
Okay, so you're pretty much born into music. You just got it in your blood pretty much.
Yeah, my mom was a singer, so mom saying was really influential. She's a jazz singer and she played in cabaret all over New York City. So it was the only thing that really gave me solace. Like nothing else really. I couldn't find anything else that I really wanted to dive my attention into. That was it. Nothing else really mattered. So it was a struggle for the first, 6-7 years, but I kind of just was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's just gonna keep going.
Okay. So where are you originally from? Before you moved to LA, where were you born and grew up?
North
Where-
Jersey.
Jersey, and then
There. So, you know, we go to New York City like every weekend or whenever you wanted to. So we were always in New York.
damn,
Yeah.
okay, East Coast, and then now in LA. How long you been in LA now?
I've been here for like 6 years now, and I spent a long time in Europe, spent a long time in Italy, and I really loved it. I also spent a lot of time in London, and I cut my teeth in like performing in little spots all over the place, little dive bars in London.
Mm. Damn, you got a lot of background. You got a lot of background that I think a lot of people don't know about. You know, I feel like a lot of people probably just know you as the producer, you know, the artist, the guy kind of that makes the music, but I don't think they really know all the background that the things you've been through to get here.
Well, you never know unless you ask, right?
That's true. Well, I mean, I know you got a new song coming out soon. I believe it's called Live Easy. Man, why don't we just dive right into it? Let's start off with the cover art. I mean, I know you gave me a glimpse of it. Maybe I'll let you kind of dive into, you know, your interpretation or the inspiration behind that cover art to start with.
There's a lot of like, it's just myself and nature's space, because that's where I want to dive into my heart, which is very spacious. So like that's kind of the whole concept. It was just like, I want a very clean background where you can see sky, because the sky makes me feel like there's just a lot of room to breathe. I think that when you start diving into your own, how you like, it's not all about what you're thinking and trying to create stuff. It's more like, okay, but if you feel good, then that's a really important place to be. So like the album's called Where My Heart Leads. So that's what the whole thing is about, where my heart leads and where I want it to take me. And that's what the cover art's trying to represent.
So I noticed there was a girl in the cover art. So, you know, what does that mean to you in the you know, in the cover?
Yeah, so I'm going to be releasing a video soon, and it's a bunch of different girls on the beach just watching the ocean, and I just wanted a really good feeling video where it's just beautifully cinematic, slow motion, different beautiful girls walking on the beach. It's just, when you live easy, you get to enjoy life, and a part of that is beautiful things, beautiful ocean, beautiful people. It's all that. Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a good one based on what you're describing. Can't wait to see it. So do you have a favorite lyric or a favorite part of the song, and why is it one of your favorite parts of the song?
Yes, it opens up with, let's take the weight of the world off our shoulders. Forget the lies that everybody told us. I think that that's useful for everybody, because we put the weight on our own lives, and we need to remember that like you're putting it on yourself, and like you can take off the weight when you want to. You know, it's good to, as you know, you lift. Like, you know, it's good to put your body under some sort of stress so that you feel better on the other side. But if you don't allow yourself to rest, then you can't build muscle. You can't build your body back. But the mind is different. You can consistently be beating yourself up in your head, you know, and never kind of let go. Like, don't do that. So it's a song about trying to remind myself, because I needed to hear that. I was like, you know, I wanted to hear it in a way that would make sense to me. So like, a song is the only way I'm going to really listen. So yeah, let's take the weight of the world off our shoulders, is that concept, and forget the lies that everybody told us, because like we hear things and then we think that they're true, but it's not necessarily true. We make stuff up all the time, and we can let go. We can change our past by changing the way we think about scenarios and different people and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to get at with the song. So it's trying to be deep enough to be like trying to give you some real, like, hey, this is this guy's knowledge of his own life, but also like cool enough sounding so that you just kind of like, yeah, this is fun. I just want to vibe out.
Gotcha. So it's produced and written by you as well?
Yeah, it was written and produced by me, and then co-produced by this guy named Coil Preamble, and actually going to be a co-release. He's a dope producer.
Mm, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So since you're a singer, vocalist, if you would mind maybe singing or reciting that specific part of that song, for the audience.
Hell yeah, of course.
Hey.
Always ready. Let's take the weight of the world off our shoulders. Forget the lies that everybody told us. All your worries and pains, we can throw them away. We got time to watch the sunset on the beach, count the stars in the galaxy. Feel the vibe of the Pleiades.
Talk to him.
Hard, it ain't hard to live easy. It ain't hard to live easy. It ain't hard to live easy.
That was dope, man. I like it.
And that's how I wrote it. There's just like me and an acoustic guitar, roots.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you gave us a little show, man. I think that was dope. With Best of the Next, that's my company and my label. We just launched a marketing agency about a few months ago, and I was just curious, what are your plans in terms of marketing that song? Or are you hands-on when it comes to marketing the music you release, or you kind of outsource it to another team, or how do you normally handle marketing for music?
Well, it's something that I always want to get better at, and I'm working with a PR company called Gen Communications for this album for the next like 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're gonna shop me around as a songwriter for bigger artists, and then of course as an artist and the songs that I'm releasing, try to get them into different spheres of places. But when I've gotten music on a TV and film, it's all from personal connections. Like,
right.
Got my stuff out. So so I will always continue to remind people that what I'm doing and saying, how can I help in your TV show or film? I live in LA, so it's full of creatives here. But yeah, so I'm hands-on, but then I'm getting more used to working with people that really know what they're doing. I know how to produce a song, I know how to sing, I know how to perform, and I got to stay in my lane, and you don't want me to do too much of PR. Just enough to get to just enough to know how to do it, and then I'll let someone else do it.
Yeah, I think you're taking the right approach, because I feel like you got a lot of things going on musically as a producer, as an artist. You got to sync, you got a lot of things going on. So, we're definitely gonna talk behind the scenes. I want to talk to you about some kind of innovative marketing strategies that we've launched and came up over the past few months, and just want to pick your brain and see what you think. But it's been picking up a lot of steam. Working with a lot of radio DJs and radio personalities to help share artists' music on their social media, and it's been garnering a lot of attention and helping artists and their music get a lot of exposure. So that's kind of one of the key things that we're working hard at right now. But yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that behind the scenes, and maybe we can do a campaign for you and your music and see where that takes it.
Yeah.
Doing some research on you and your music, and I noticed that the Bell name, which is your last name, it carries a lot of there's a lot of music. I don't know, royalty. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of. I don't know if you have a lot of cousins or brothers. I don't know. It's a lot of I see that name a lot attached to a lot of music producers and artists and stuff like that.
It's a musical instrument,
right?
So maybe in the past, that. I mean, that is where the name came from, a bell maker or something like that. But but yeah, I mean, there's always been creatives on both sides of the family tree, and music has always been in front of me, like since I was a kid. And then, you know, having Billie Eilish and Phineas as my second cousins on my dad's side, like, and going over, like having pancakes with them on Sundays and stuff like that. They lived in a really cool eccentric house where there was a piano over here, there's a piano over there, guitars everywhere. Like, you know, that's up too. So yeah, I mean, music is just always been around me, thank God, because it brought me through it and brought me through everything. It's just so important to me. I mean, I can go into silence, I can hang out in silence, but I really like hearing music a lot.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Laughter and birds chirping, there's music everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hear a song in life, you know? Or I try to hear a song in life always. It's kind of hard when you're like sitting in traffic and people are honking. It's like, this is a weird song. But most of the time the song is really nice.
So wait, so you're telling me Billie Eilish is your second cousin. So did you guys grow up like on holidays, hanging out on the holidays and stuff, or what's that relationship like?
She's a lot younger than me, and I moved out here when I was 18, so I think she was like really young. I mean, she was super young.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she's been here, she's recorded here with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And she really went from 0 to 100 so quick.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded a couple of different film projects, a couple of different ideas, and Phineas is always like playing around town, so I saw him play a lot. We would just, you know, she was amazing, and she was but she didn't like, nobody knew that was gonna happen. If anyone says, well, it was just like when she opened her mouth and started singing, everyone was like, what? Wow. You know, it was pretty clear, incredible voice. But it takes more than just incredible voice to be, you know, top of the game in music. Like, she's got all the different things behind her. She's got the age, she's got the looks, she's got the musical family, she's got the PR team now, and she's got the drive and ambition. And her and Phineas really created something that was pretty incredible. So so it was amazing to be like there at the early stages of that, watch that happen. And then, you know, it's really cool when I get to go to her album release, or like right in front of one of her big ass concerts, and it's just like, whoa, this is you know, related. I'm related to this person.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So, well, so I mean, sounds like from what you know, it took a really hard work and a strong team around her to really get her to where she's at today.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't an overnight success for her, because, you know, a lot of people look at her like, man, like, she came out of nowhere, man. I don't even know, you know, how did she make it?
She was on it for she was like very consistent, and it takes that to be. And also, like, you know, if you listen to, nobody sounded like her, and people would come to me all the time saying, I want to, like, people come to me as a producer and say, I want to sound like whatever's hot right at the moment, you know, whatever song Peaches right now. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to sound like Peaches. And it's just like, you know, you're never going to sound just like whoever that artist is, like, because they're already onto something new. You just don't know what it's going to sound like next. So it's good to know what the trends are, but she was ground like breaking, you know, with her sound, and Phineas's sound, like that. Just nobody sounds like that, you know. And it also sounds really cool. It came out of left field, and it's also right. And that's what's interesting, like, about music, is you always want to like just twist it ever so slightly so that it doesn't sound like one you've heard before. It sounds like something you'd like to hear, you know.
Got you. So what can we possibly expect? Maybe a collab between you and Billie Eilish, Chase Bell, Billie Eilish?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, from my end, you know, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? You could definitely produce some for her, and who knows, that thing might take off, you know?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Anything she touches, man, it's gold. It's really fun to watch.
So just make sure you invite me to the release party. You know what I'm saying? I gotta peep that. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm glad you joined us for for a little chat.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me, man.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I gotta hit you when I'm back in LA. You know, I definitely gotta come link up now that things have kind of died down a bit with the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely gotta catch up where we left off last, and get back to get back to the music.
Things you and Corinne were doing, that sounded great.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, no, for sure.
With your stuff with her sounding like really good, really modern. So that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely, I got a lot of new music coming out as well, and just taking my time and not, rushing things, and also focus on building my label and my digital agency.
Talk more about that for real.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely gonna talk more about that. Any last words or anything you want to shout out or
Yeah, no.
before we head out?
Last thing I want to say would be when life falls apart, pick up the pieces into a beautiful puzzle.
Appreciate you tapping in with us and sharing your work of art with us. Live easy. Hopefully it'll be out by the time we drop this interview.
Yes.
But yeah, it should be. So make sure you guys check that out. And yeah, we'll be back with a new episode sooner than you know. So make sure you check us out. Work of Art show with Witty. And yeah, we'll see you again soon.
Hey, my name is Chase Bella. Thank you so much for watching the Work of Art show with Witty. If you like this, hit the subscribe button, click like, and we'll see you next time.